Hey guys, welcome to Let's Draw. It's Kenny. Today we're drawing Vegeta. Didn't know that at first. Thought I was drawing Frieza, so that's why it's in purple. See there, I'm shrinking the head. I always draw my heads way too big. I don't know what it is. I think maybe I read something once where people, like, you envision heads larger than they are. And I didn't really know what I was doing with this pose earlier. It kind of started to look too zombie-ish, and this is when I knew I was drawing Vegeta, was once I drew the Vegeta hair. You see I flip back and forth a lot to make sure that the anatomy, or not necessarily the anatomy, but the pose looks right. And I didn't even like the pose there, so I threw it out, so I had him more kind of like in a powering up pose. And in fact, I had this in my head kind of as I was envisioning this. So right now in Dragon Ball, in Super, right, Vegeta just finished training on Yardrat, and he's about to fight Moro. And he's about to unleash all these cool Yardratian techniques against him. And I thought, well, like, what would Vegeta necessarily, like, okay, so you know how Goku, when he uses Ultra Instinct, right? That's not necessarily a technique for Saiyans, right? But his hair changes color. So I'm like, well, what if Vegeta, in using Yardratian techniques, his hair changed color? So it's not necessarily like specific to Saiyans, but maybe something about his genealogy or biology would make his hair change. And so that's kind of what I was thinking with this. And I wanted to kind of make him look like he just, like exhaled a little bit, like he just finished powering up, and he's like, oh, here's my power, you know. I totally forgot where I was when I was drawing this. Okay, so yeah, here I'm just doing details now, and when I was drawing the hands here, I was actually looking at my own hand, my own right hand. I'm left-handed, so I had to, flip how I had the image, and I think I started to lose track of which way I originally had Vegeta facing in this. So again, yeah, I had to rotate it because there's only a certain angle I can hold my own hand at when I'm referencing it. So a lot of rotation, just as you would rotate a piece of paper, drawing. And once I have the kind of back and forth mirroring of where all the pieces should go, then drawing over it's the easy part, right? This is just, I've already got the sketch lines down. I'm just putting inks over it. Although technically it's all ink, Got to get his Saiyan armor in there. Remember, his Saiyan armor is made from like a lightweight type rubber, so it should have some should fold a little bit depending on how he's posed. And again, this is when he's fighting Moro, so I put that Galactic Patrol symbol on him. I actually had to go grab a volume of the manga because I forgot what it looked like. So, and yeah, get that musculature in there. Finish drawing that glove, and I think now we move on to colors. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put his other ear, make that visible or not. So this is where I was just like, you know what, purple hair. He uses some weird Yardrat technique that Goku never learned. So purple hair, right? Goku gets the silver hair, we'll give Vegeta purple. It fits, right? Because the copy Vegeta guy, it's poetry. And again, these are, so this is where I was going to stick with that purple outline, and I was like, nah, I'll just go black. Yeah, I think that looks way better. So now I'm just going in, doing my shading. You'll actually see here, yeah, I filled in a little bit that I didn't want to, but, whatever, that stuff happens. So I was using a dark purple as my shade color this time. When I was doing, like, the, what would you call that, the spandex part of Vegeta's clothing, right? I made that just a slightly purple kind of blue instead of like a normal, more royal blue, as you would see Vegeta in when he's not in his gray outfit. And just a little bit there to show that his armor's folding a little bit. Wasn't quite sure what to do with that arm, so that was one point when I referenced the picture I had in my head. I was like, well, how did this kind of do it? And it's still not exactly the same, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be, Gotta get his crotch. You gotta get his crotch. Just, yeah, some more shading, and I'm almost done here with that. And I wanted to go put in some highlights, but I wasn't sure. Oh, we're not even there yet. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, so here, wasn't sure if I wanted to have that on the face, and I ended up not liking what I was doing with the face, so I just erased all of that, and then kind of tightened that up a little bit. And man, what else was I doing here, huh? Yeah, oh yeah, so I didn't want that to look like stink lines. Instead, it's supposed to be more like kind of steam releasing as he's finished. And yeah, that is Vegeta Reborn, or at least my interpretation of him. I mean, who knows if he's going to get different color in the manga, right? So we'll find out soon. But hey, thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next time.